Alright, this is the story of basically the stuff that went down at Fredbear's Family Diner, the restaurant before Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Alright, anyways, the story began where, one of the owners, which is a possibility our killer. That's what we've heard. He's been having family problems. His wife divorcing him and taking the kids and all that stuff. In the meantime, he likes building robots and having his business and stuff. And right now, he's already jealous of the other owner, and he doesn't like that he's happy. But in the meantime, at first, Fredbear's Family Diner was successful. It brought a lot of customers and a lot of joy. Made quite a bit of money, and it was successful. It was doing good until stuff went down with the murders of aka, well, us. But at first, it was just a normal restaurant. At first. Alright, so just the normal stuff, normal restaurant stuff. Now, I'm gonna get straight to the point where stuff started going wrong. Because, it was me. I was once human. Trapped on the outside, locked out, while the others were inside having fun. And, well, I was just trying to get, someone's attention so I can be let in. Alright, I was, begging and all that stuff, and then I remember, apart from looking out the window, a purple car showed up right behind me from the reflection, and a man stepped out from the other side and came around the car, holding to what I believe was like a knife. Alright. He walked up towards me and took his knife, and he, ended my life right there. And then the thing that I am in today, activated, because at that time it was programmed to be a security puppet, and I guess it, detects a threat nearby, so I guess it got up and come to the threat. Then the security puppet, as the man was driving off, the security puppet noticed, me on the ground, and, hooked up towards me. And then, that's when, I became into the body, into my body, basically. I don't know how scientifically, but something must be done by probably by our killer. Must have done something, probably by the whole remnant thing. Then, my father came out, which is the other owner. He saw me there dead next to the security puppet. He cried, got down on his knees and cried, wondering why this happened. He wondered why. What happened? Why? Who could have done this to his girl? And then he didn't have any slight idea about his, business partner ever doing this, because this was early in the day. Or early in the years. Several days later, But the news spread about one of the owner's daughter has, been killed by someone who is unidentified. And then many days later, like I said, the business was still, there was still a business. The place hasn't been shut down because there was no proof toward anyone of like the owners or anyone who worked there at Fredbear's. It was just slow business. That's all. Until, eventually you all came. But I'll get to that more in a bit, but here's something you might want to listen in. And this info came for something I was eavesdropping on, because I was alive, of course, at that time. So, these are the new, robots? Yes, these are the new robots I have, I have made. Our business is getting slow. At first, I just thought of new animatronics just for replacements, but since business is now slow, we might need to have these guys added, to the place, bring some more profit in. Good point. When should we add them? Very soon. They're not ready yet. Okay, well, all right. I'll leave it to you. Leave it to you then. Or really, it's just an excuse so I can have ways to hide more evidence. I had fun with my first strike, my first time doing that. I want to do it again. And it's best this time I hide the evidence in these animatronics. Well, eventually, as for right now, maybe in a few days here or so, I'll strike again. We shall see. We shall see. I'm gonna have fun. You should already know. It was all jealousy. It started with jealousy. Because of his own family problems that he probably caused at home. That made his wife, leaving him and taking the kids. He has jealousy over his business partner's, life. Despite only having one daughter, he was happy, and he was jealous of the happiness. So he took away his business partner's happiness. And pretty soon, he's going to take out all of you just because he hates, your kind. He hates children. And, of course, I'll tell you why very soon of what occurred that makes him, think like that, makes him like that, makes him even more crazy than when he already is. Look, I was eavesdropping. I, at the time, was already alive. I already knew I was alive. Of course, I didn't really understand how I was alive, but it's been a couple of days, since, or maybe a little bit longer than a couple of days. It's been a little while since my death. And I was eavesdropping. Of course, I already know I was alive. I didn't get to see who did it, but I know whoever's in that room just now, said all that stuff behind the closed door, literally, was the killer who killed me and is planning on killing more. So now I know. Even though I didn't really get to see his face in the room, and I didn't get to see his face before I died, if I stayed around and waited till he opened the door to get his face, he might catch me, and that could be bad. So I just hurried quickly and went back to my spot before I got caught, being active, or well, in this case, being more than active, alive in this case. And that's basically the start. There's more to the story, what we'll call the bite, and what happened to you all back then. I'll tell you more right